Vienna is a feeling somewhere between historical heaviness and playful modernity. It is a dynamic international city of nearly 2 million inhabitants, and it is the metropolis where the Citadines success story will continue in spring 2022. My name is Martin and I'm part of the local sales and marketing team. Today I'm gonna introduce you to the new Citadines South Vienna. This is the first Citadines apart hotel location in Austria, and we are very proud to be part of the Citadines family now. As you're definitely interested to see our location first, let's check with my colleague Stefanka. She's at the site currently, if she has time to show us around. As it looks that she's busy currently, let's start to talk about our beautiful city Vienna. Many of you might know the history and culture of Vienna, but who else can tell us more about Vienna than the director of the Vienna Tourism Board? So I may introduce you to Mr. Norbert Kettner, who joins us now to share his impressions about Vienna. Welcome, Mr. Kettner.
Hello everybody. Martin, thank you for your kind introduction. When we talk about the quality of life in Vienna, it's really a very distinctive thing in Vienna, and I think it's all a result of a common sense in the city that every services which is provided for the local population should be of best quality. This started already 150 years ago when the city decided to build water lines from the mountains, and up to now we have mineral waters from our taps. Or when the city decided already 150 years ago to protect the green belt around the city, because 50% of the surface of the city is green, and this was under protection or is under protection for more than 150 years. And this common sense of offering the best services for the local people is very present up to now. So when it comes to housing, when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to public transport, when it comes to safety, which is very important for travelers and the local population. But to sum it up, actually, we think in Vienna that everything good we do for our local people is good for our visitors as well. Vienna is probably one of the most beautiful cities in the world. We all love this imperial settings, or as the Americans would say, the wedding cake architecture, but there's much more to discover in the city. It's a very vibrant contemporary city actually, and when I could recommend some things, there are museums specialized on contemporary and modern art, like the Albertina Modern or the Mumok Museum or the Belvedere 21 in the 10th district. There are loads of galleries, contemporary galleries, and this is a real tip, so find out where the openings are of the galleries, because you can mingle up with the local people there. So there are many very contemporary things, and even traditional things in Vienna, like the coffee house culture or the cuisine. You have always this wide range between very traditional to very contemporary, very modern. So it's always about interpreting things into the present. I think this is very important because we are proud of our history, but we are also very proud of our contemporary life. Vienna has 23 districts. It's a very easy city to navigate. So there's a city center in the first district, and where you have 30 museums within a range of 1.5 kilometers. This is the highest museum density in the world. But there's much more to discover in the city. So I personally would recommend the different food markets, starting from the big one at the Naschmarkt. It's very close to the city center, but really spread out to the outer districts of the city, like in the 2nd district, the Karmelitermarkt, or even in the 16th district in the west, you find on the map the Brunnenmarkt or the Ippenmarkt. So we see this renaissance of marketplaces, of markets in the city, and you can also discover not only the city center, but also surrounding districts. And I think this is very interesting because wherever we go, we want to find out how the real people live actually. When it comes to families, Vienna is a great family city. Begin with public transport. All our 190 subway stations are accessible with strollers, which is very important because you want to get around in the city. And then there are specific offerings for families, for children. We have a children's museum, we have the Prater, which is the biggest fun fair, or one of the biggest fun fair in the world. very old one, more than 150 years old. We have the oldest zoo and one of the most modern zoos in the world, next to Schönbrunn Castle. And what we have, all the big traditional institutions like Schönbrunn Castle, the Belvedere Castle, they are offering special things for kids. Because I think it's very important that you show kids also our cultural heritage, but in a very adequate way. And this has been a learning in the recent years, actually. So there's a great offering when it comes to mobility, when it comes to culture, and also when it comes to cuisine for families. Great city for families.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kettner. Before we let you leave, may I ask you one last question? What is your personal secret recommendation in Vienna?
Thank you, Martin, for this question. So I'm Viennese by choice. I was not born here, but I came here at a very early stage, actually, of my life. What I would recommend as a real hidden gem are the cemeteries. The Viennese have a very special attitude towards the death, actually, and that results in wonderful cemeteries. So I would really recommend to visit either the Central Cemetery, which is one of the biggest in the world, in the 11th district, or a little bit almost cozier, the cemetery in St. Mark's, where, for instance, Mozart was buried. So I think this is a very interesting thing off the beaten tracks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kettner. See you soon. Goodbye.
Thank you, Martin. Goodbye, and hope to see you all soon in Vienna.
Stefanka is calling. Hi, Stefanka. Thank you for calling back.
Hi, Martin. I just closed the deal with a new corporate client.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Great. You know, I'm here in the call with our European colleagues. We are very interested to see the site. Do you have time to show us around?
Of course, I'm now ready and excited to show you the new Citadines South Vienna property. Let's start. It was important to us to design the entrance area in such a way that you immediately feel at home, but also makes you recognize that you are in Vienna. So, in terms of style, we have decided on a mix of classic elements and international design. The house was built just a few years ago according to the latest construction standards, which means that we have highly efficient air conditioning and heating, and all areas are accessible without stairs. There are spacious common areas that can be used for relaxation or meetings. To ensure a good start into the day, we offer self-service breakfast bar, including hot drinks. Especially for longer stays, it's important for guests to be able to continue their usual fitness program in-house. That's why we have set up a fitness corner. A professional housekeeping team makes sure that all common areas and all the apartments are spotless. The weekly cleaning of the apartments is included. On request, cleaning can be done more often. We also have a laundry room guests can use free of charge. And now, finally, let's have a look at the apartments. We do offer 5 room types. The smallest are the studios with a combined living, kitchen, bedroom, suitable for 1 or 2 persons. The largest are the apartments with 2 bedrooms and separate living room, which enable a comfortable stay for families, several friends or co-workers. The different room types allows us to offer maximum flexibility for different needs.
Hi, Stefanka, sorry. May I ask you, can you show us the kitchen in detail?
Yes, of course. Each of our kitchen is equipped with a stove, with a dishwasher, with a coffee machine, with a microwave, and of course, with a fridge. After check-in, guests enter a clean and fully furnished apartment and don't have to worry about anything. Not about the bed linen, towels, not about toiletries, the internet, not about insurance, not about cleaning. They can concentrate completely on what made them come to Vienna, whether it's sightseeing, culture, professional reasons, or anything else. Here they find comfort, privacy, and safety. Citadines South Vienna is located on the edge of the city center of Vienna, in an upcoming district with many restaurants and shops just around. Up to there you can see Wienerberg city, one of the largest office and commercial business areas in Vienna. Vienna has one of the best public transport networks in the world. From here you can have reliable and very frequent public transport connections into all directions. You can reach, for example, Vienna city center and the Ringstrasse in just a few minutes by tram. And for those who prefer to travel by car, there is also an underground car park in the building with 14 parking places and 2 electric charging stations, which is quite rare for apartments in Vienna. I hope you have enjoyed our tour, and we are looking forward to welcome soon the clients at Citadines South Vienna.
Thank you, Stefanka, for this wonderful tour. But not all travelers come to Vienna for sightseeing. Thanks to its location in the heart of Europe, the city has been able to attract many international companies, conferences and trade fairs. Therefore, I would like to invite the Deputy Director of the Chamber of Commerce, Dr. Alexander Biach, to share his experience about the Viennese economy. Welcome, Mr. Biach.
Thank you, Martin, for the introduction. Well, let's talk about Vienna. Vienna is a really perfect place for investments. About 60% of all foreign direct investments going to Austria are placed here in Vienna. But what makes Vienna so special is somehow the geographical location. We are at the crossroad, at the heart of Europe. So we connect the north to the south and people coming from the west going through Vienna to the east. We are at the crossroad of Europe. And Vienna also has a big cultural and historical heritage. We have a strong historical connection to the countries in the eastern and southeastern part of Europe. And this is also the reason why a lot of companies choose Vienna as their place for headquarters, which are located here in Vienna and operate to the world in the eastern and especially in the southeastern part of Europe. Austria is also, and Vienna is also an worldwide international place. We find international organizations like the United Nations Organization or the OPEC here situated in Vienna. And what makes Austria also, or Vienna also, such a special place are the educational and workforce offers we have. We have a lot of trainings, university trainings, school trainings in the fields of biotech, in the field of life science, well, a lot of offers in the field of information and communication technologies, and also in the creative industry. Austria, with Vienna as the capital, offers social security. We offer social stability, we offer peace, and we also are proud about being one of the best places and quality places for living. Well, at all, Austria and Vienna are very interesting. So come and visit us. New businesses are highly welcomed. So also new investments in the place of Vienna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Biach, for sharing your expertise. I hope you enjoyed our tour. Me and my team, we are now available for your questions. And if you need any documents in the future, please don't hesitate to contact us. Again, we are very proud to be the new member of the Citadines family, and I hope to see you soon in Vienna.